So, Goat Simulator Remastered was just announced recently, although it's not as recent anymore because it takes me forever to sit down and write things, but I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because of just how funny a coincidence that is. I had been playing Goat Simulator 3 in my off time, since I just needed a casual game to play sometimes so I don't have to worry about recording or streaming or anything like that. The game had been out for some time, but only relatively recently came to Steam. I played the first one a bit, and in case you're wondering, there is no 2, it just goes from 1 to 3, I don't know why. But I saw my buddy Vaz play it over on his channel, Vazoverse. Feel free to go check him out, you know, he's pretty funny. But anyway, at the time of me watching it, it was only on Epic Game Store, ew. But it had finally come to Steam, and I remember it looking like it was so much fun, and a huge improvement over the first game, that I really wanted to play it myself. And so I did. And not only did I, but I actually 100%ed the entire game, and its DLC. Although, there is one instinct that's bugged. Thankfully, the devs know about it, and plan to patch it out in early September, so I am patiently waiting for that patch to release. Update, this video took me so long to make that they actually came out with a patch that fixed the instinct, so how about that? After I did everything I could in 3, it did kind of leave me feeling like I wanted more. And then I remembered that I actually never did everything in the first game. I think I completed most of the base game and some of the Waste of Space DLC, but I hadn't touched any of the other DLC, nor actually 100% any of the stuff I did do. So obviously I had to go back and fix that. But man, going from 3 back to the first game was rough. I mean, the game's performance wasn't nearly as clean, and it crashed on me more than a few times. Just on the main menu at that. And instead of being able to pick your outfits and abilities on the fly, like you can in 3, you had to choose the modifiers you found before even entering the map. And of course, you could still obtain each modifier the same way you got it the first time, but there's no way of turning off an ability once you've got it without resetting the whole map. And if you get too many at once, the game becomes practically impossible to play. Not to mention, it takes your frame rate. But despite these issues, I did manage to go back and 100% the game and all of its DLC. Well, mostly. There's a bugged mission in the Waste of Space DLC that's supposed to count the weird alien goat creatures you corral back into their pen, and it just doesn't. Which is really upsetting too, because that mission isn't easy either. You can only grab them for like half a second before they break free, and there's no boundaries on the little area you're on either, so if one floats off into space, you're not getting them back without resetting the whole map. And all that effort to complete the mission only for it to not work, it really sucks. Because I did every other mission in all the other modes too. And I mean all of them. Yes, even that one in the MMO simulator that requires you to lick things 10,000 times. I did that one too. All that aside though, while I was completing the game, I was thinking to myself how cool it would be if they took all the content from 1 and somehow managed to put it in 3. Like, as DLC for it or something. With all the quality of life improvements, like being able to turn on, off and on each costume and power up at will. Plus the better performance and whatnot. And there actually are a lot of costumes and power-ups from 1 and its DLC that never made it into 3, so I thought it'd be cool to just get those added in as well. And when you know it, only like a week after 100%ing the first game did they announce that it's getting remastered. Which isn't exactly the same thing as what I was thinking, but it still pretty much gives me exactly what I was asking for. Maybe not adding the power-ups from 1 into 3, that's missing, but it's still close enough. Plus I think what 3 has is more than enough anyway. I just thought it would be a cool inclusion, but it's not like it really needs it. Anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about regarding this. I'm trying out new forms of content, and I've never made videos just discussing something like this before, but I've been watching Arlo's second channel, Topic Arlo, and it made me think maybe this is something I could try too. I don't know. Tell me what you think. More discussion videos like this in the future? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in whatever I put out next. Take care.